In this video, what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how to create a faceless video. And yes, this is me on the screen, not an AI. I'm not using VASA or anything. And that's what I wanted to talk about just really quickly before we get into it. So I'm going to teach you how to create a faceless video. And this is based on a story-based channel. So something like telling philosophy stories or personal development stories, that type of thing. Now, why am I on camera? Because I think it's important that you know who you're learning from. This isn't actually like a faceless video. I want you to understand that I'm a real person, and I think you will enjoy learning from me because I'm going to have a lot more tutorial videos on this channel. So if that sounds cool to you and you want to learn a whole lot more about making faceless content, then be sure to subscribe and click that notification bell icon. That's really important as well. That way I'll show up in your feed and I'll help you create better videos. So what I did was I actually came up with a very basic prompt. And if I was doing this for multiple videos, what my first piece of advice would be keep your channel very focused on a specific type of story. So in this case, it's going to be philosophy stories. Now, this is a very simple prompt. Write a story about the meaning of being present. Make it a parable like Lao Tzu. Okay, so I'm actually using Perplexity AI for this, but you could even use the same prompt in something like ChatGPT and they might come up with something a little bit different. And so this makes it interesting for you. So you can actually put the same prompt into different AI platforms. So I haven't read this story, actually might look a little bit more interesting as well, but I'm going to go with the first one that I wrote. So here it is. This is the story. It's not very long, okay? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to copy that and then I'm going to put it in a tool called Descript. All right, so I opened a new video project in Descript and all I'm going to do is paste this in, okay? So I'm just going to paste the text in and that's exactly the text. So this is a story about the meaning of being present, okay? And what I'm going to do here is you can add a speaker. So you can browse their stock speakers if you want, and you can hear all these different speakers. But one of the things that I like doing is actually using my own voice. So I actually, when I was sick, I cloned my own voice using Descript. So it's me, but it's a little bit different. And so we'll go with that for this example, okay? And so you basically will just select it, and then you'll see that this is pulsing, and this is actually putting this whole script into that voice. The really cool thing about using Descript is that you can actually edit the text that it says here. And so you can change things as you see fit, which is pretty awesome. And if you wanted to, another great option is using 11 Labs. If I wanted to test 11 Labs, this is a limited amount that you get for free, but the paid version of 11 Labs is very reasonable, and you can see all kinds of different voices as well. And these are really good. So let's just play an example for you.
Once upon a time, in a small village nestled among rolling hills, there lived a wise old man named Master Lee. Master Lee was known through...
Now, some people might be able to tell that's AI, but I think most people, if they were watching on YouTube and they're watching these types of videos, that wouldn't be a problem for them. They wouldn't even really notice that. So we're back here, and basically with Descript, what you can do is you can put just a little slash, and that creates a new scene. So essentially the easiest thing to do would be just to put a slash at the end of each paragraph, and then you're seeing these different scenes here. And why would I do that? Because each of these scenes you can add something on top of. So right now it's pretty blank, but what you can do is they actually have free B-roll here. So I'm going to search for rolling hills. Okay, that's one of the things in the first section here, and I'm just going to grab this and drag it on top. Okay, so now it's going to put that on top of that. And then we're going to have a young traveler here. So I'm going to go to the second scene right here. And then if I wanted to, let's see if there's an ancient Chinese traveler. Don't look very ancient to me. So let's put Chinese monk. So I'm just going to put in scenes that are like a little bit similar here. And again, this is not the main part of it. put in so it mentions a cherry tree. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to find a cherry tree and put it in here, ready to be eaten. Now you see this right here, this one here, this one, the B-roll is a little bit short.
What do you see before you? The traveler looked at the cherry in Master Lie's hand and replied, I see a cherry, ripe and red, ready to be eaten.
So that's not long enough. And so the easiest thing to do for that, and I want to actually, because that's about a cherry, that actual section. So I'm actually going to put cherries here. This is perfect. So now we've got that, and you can see that it goes all the way to the end. And so you just continue doing this until you finished the whole video. And I'm just going to put one more section in here. And you'll see the line only goes to here. So what that means is that it's not long enough for that whole scene. And so the thing that you can do is you can actually just loop it. So now it's going to loop to the end of that scene. And let's just finish this off. I'll just add a couple more breaks here. So this one is about universe. All right. I'm going to put a cherry blossom here at the end. And you'll see that this scene right here, it needs to be looped because everything is interconnected here. It's just not quite long enough. I'm going to select loop, and then it's going to loop that, and there, now we're done. So basically that's done. So we've got the B-roll, and we've also got the text, right? So we've got the story.
Once upon a time, in a small village nestled among rolling hills, there lived a wise old man named Master Lie. Master Lie was known throughout the land for his profound wisdom and his ability to see beyond the surface of things. One day, a young traveler came to the village seeking...
Okay, so that's pretty cool. And now what we're going to do here is we're going to add captions. Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to add captions, select all and add captions. And how I'm going to do that is I'm going to put in these captions, and I can choose any of these different caption types and then adjust them as needed. And so let's just put this one in.
The cherry seemed to glow with a vibrant energy, and he could feel a deep connection to the tree.
All right, so that's pretty perfect. All I'm going to do is one thing. I'm going to add a video of a subscribe. Okay, in one of these scenes, just to remind people to subscribe. And you'll see here that it shows up right here. So this, you don't need to do anything with, and just because the caption is down there, what I think for this subscribe is I'm just going to move the subscribed to the top area, and you can adjust this if you want. And there's lots of other things you can do, but essentially, yeah, I've made this whole video now that is a story-based video that's completely unique, and I can put it up on YouTube. Obviously, if I wanted to be more detailed and change the B-roll every sentence or so, I could do that as well. And you can just repeat the B-roll as well, because with this, people are really interested more in the story, and the visuals is just a way to keep them moving along. This is really awesome, and now you know how to do a faceless video. You can use Descript, which you can use it for free. There's a free version for that. And of course, I've used a free AI. This is a completely free way to make a faceless YouTube video in just a few minutes. So if you like this video, be sure to like and subscribe. It does mean a lot to me. and it will help me reach you with my new content because I've got a lot of great videos planned, a lot of great tutorials, and a lot of great free tools that are going to help you create faceless videos. All right, so make sure you hit that subscribe and that notification bell icon, and I'll see you in the next video.